It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads. Hi, guys. Not
Hey.
Ethan and Sarah Foreheads again. It's Grace and Joy. Happy Tuesday. Joy, how are you?
I am good. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Good.
All right. You want to go ahead and start us off with some stories here? You can go ahead and go first.
Oh, I've got the very first one. Oh, I
Yes,
do,
you did.
don't I? So sorry. Okay. Here's the thing. I want to tell you about Jordan Creek because we've heard about the whole opening up of the water project, right? Okay. After years about talking about this potential, a big project in downtown is starting to get its wheels turning. Okay. The first phase of the renewed Jordan Creek has actually begun, which is great news. In the 30s, Jordan Creek was rerouted underground in the Springfield downtown area to help control the flooding and pollution. And we all know it doesn't really help the flooding all that much in some areas. This new project should do that. In recent years, city planners decided that hiding that key natural feature really was not a great idea after all. They say the first phase of Renew Jordan Creek will uncover the waterway between North Boonville Avenue and Main Street. Now, when it's completed, the creek will flow in a brand new riverbed surrounded by green space walkways, lighting, and special art features along the path. The new creek will run through a much wider basin area to reduce our risk of flooding, which has been a problem. It was a problem a century ago, and it's still kind of a problem now. The city is taking construction bids through September 18th. Once the council approves the winning contractor, construction will start, and work is set to be done. It's going to take a minute, but it should be finished in 2026. So that is good news for our community for sure.
Yeah. I didn't realize that this was like a thing, honestly, but that sounds really cool. I think of having water, just like all of that stuff back above ground downtown will be a really cool, little cool extra to have.
I think we'll get more people. I think that's what they want is more people walking around and hanging out and enjoying themselves and, make it a little bit more mobile to sort of, for pedestrians to be able to walk from here to there. So I think it's going to be really nice. I think they call it daylighting or something.
Yeah. That's how because it was underground and basically like opening it up to the daylight again is, I saw that term. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Good stuff.
All right. If you enjoy 7 Brew like I do, you'll be excited about this. We're actually getting yet another 7 Brew if we haven't had enough added to Springfield recently. The new one is going to be open in mid-September, and it's going to be in the parking lot of Gabe's, which is where Hobby Lobby used to be, like their old location. Yes, so it's going to be in that parking lot.
Right along that. Okay.
Absolutely. This is going to be the 7th 7 Brew in Springfield. And the franchisee owner or the co-owner noted that they have plans for 1 or 2 more stores in Springfield still in the coming years. And also locations are scheduled to open in Ozark and Republic within the next year to 18 months. So
that's a lot.
It's a lot. I love my 7 Brew, but man, now they're like on every corner. So, wherever I'm at, I guess we can go ahead and get one.
Well, they figured it out. People are lined up times 2 around the building to get out.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've got one for you. This week's midweek matinee at the Gilroys, which is so much fun. If you guys haven't done it, it came from outer space. All right, it's this Wednesday at 1:45 p.m. So here are some of the details. Greene and Christian County seniors that are 60 and over get in free with proof of ID, but you do not have to be a senior to go to this. It's really fun. If you're not busy during the afternoon, they do different movies all the time. So for other patrons, they offer a $10 combo featuring a ticket, popcorn, and a drink. The movie's going to start at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, but be sure to get there early for trivia that starts at 1:45. And, there's something magical about the Gilroys to begin with, but when you get to see, like, particularly an old classic movie or something on the big screen again, it's just fun.
Fun. I love going there so much. It just, the feeling you get, and especially, adding like an old time movie, it just feels like peaceful, I guess is the best way I can describe it. It just feels so nice kind of being in that part of history. So go if you haven't gone.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Something else that is coming up tomorrow. Thunder Ridge Nature Arena is actually having a job fair. And it will be tomorrow, Wednesday, August 7th. And it's going to be at the Branson Convention Center. So they are hiring for a variety of positions, such as tram drivers, concession supervisors, and stand leads, catering captains, and even IT technicians. So go ahead if you're interested, check out their Facebook page. They've got a link to apply, and then you can attend the fair on Wednesday for potential interviews and onboarding. So if you're looking for something, that would be a pretty cool place to work.
It would be. And if you haven't been, I was there for the Stones. Wow. Well, you know, I did
Yeah.
a podcast on with the chef
You
there.
did. Yeah.
Unbelievable. The venue's amazing. And I there were a lot of people there taking tickets and showing people around that were apparently sort of part-time as needed, which would be a great way to see a show, or at least be able to be there and see it to what degree you can while you're still working. So that's a great idea. Okay.
Yeah.
An old theater is being given new life in Branson. Okay. The Star Concert Hall. All right. Formerly the Branson Star Theater is set to open this Friday, August 9th. Now, the new owners of the theater say that this new venue will be a multiplex entertainment facility catering to a wide range of audience interests, and they have big hopes here. They say Star Concert Hall will bring national artists of all genres back to Branson. Star Concert Hall's website lists a show scheduled December 7th from all vocal country group Home Free called Any Kind of Christmas. So see, they've already got shows on their roster. Fall announcements are slated to go live on August 9th. So the Star Concert Hall is opening in Branson. So that's good news.
Yeah, that'll be really exciting to see who they bring. I've heard of Home Free before. I'm pretty sure they're an a cappella group. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, but I'm pretty sure they are. And this one I might be wrong on. They might have been on America's Got Talent, or they're on a show like that or something.
Okay.
But I've heard them before, and they're really good. So especially Christmas music, I'm there. That sounds great.
And Branson is a huge Christmas town. You know how they go all out for Christmas. So.
Exactly.
All right, you got football news?
Yes, it is officially football season. So Misha has officially released all the schedules of the high school football teams this season. So if you're wanting to look at that, go ahead and go to your school's website for more information. Games start as early as the end of this month. So that's crazy that we're already here. And then when it comes to football, Kansas City Chiefs football, that starts literally this week. So their first preseason game is this Saturday, the 10th, against the Jaguars. They're shooting to win their third Super Bowl in a row. Not their third ever, but their third in a row. And so I don't think anyone's ever done that before. Someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't think it's been done before.
But I'm so excited for football. You know, once the ball is over, it's like, what are we going to do now? You know?
Yeah. And see, I'm not much of a baseball person because I know people are like, well, baseball fills in the cracks there, but I've never been into baseball, so I just kind of sit around.
Baseball I can deal with. Football, I'm all about it. I mean, I like baseball. I enjoy going if I'm at the game.
Yeah, I can do most things if I'm there and I can be in it, but like watching it, really only football is the only thing I could even pay attention to. Exactly. And if you're wondering, anybody, because I know that it's been hard to find games lately, like if you're watching on TV, if you're ever wanting to find a game, you can always listen to it on the radio. So our friends at 104.7 The Cave have every Chiefs game. So if you're struggling to find it somewhere, just turn on your radio and you can listen to it. So another fun fact for you.
Right. Would almost rather listen to it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good to listen to it, but I want to see it, you know?
Yes.
All right. We mentioned the anniversary contest on Monday, and Ethan and Sarah have been over this before. It's to honor 2 years already of Around the Ozarks news and 1 year of Wake Up Weather. We have a really super cool contest. All right, I'm going to read my notes here. All you have to do, you go to aroundtheozarks.com to enter. One lucky winner will receive the following: a $50 gift card to Jim's Steakhouse and Pub, a $50 gift card to Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, and a 4-pack of passes to Wonders of Wildlife. 2 adults, 2 children, 1 day general admission. So that's quite nice, actually.
Yeah.
So good luck. Be sure you enter. And it's Around the Ozarks night at the ballpark Friday night, too.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we want to see you at that game and we want someone to win that prize because I wish I could enter to win that prize. That's just like it hits 3 really good points in Springfield. So,
Yep. Not
yeah.
too shabby. Not too shabby.
All right. Well, I think that's all that we've got on this Tuesday morning for you guys. So, yeah, thanks for listening. And
Thank you for inviting me again. And I hope everybody has a great Tuesday. And
yes, thank you so much, Joy, for joining me.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It is August 6th, and we are waking up with temperatures that are warm once again. Numbers near 70 degrees as of 5 a.m., and today is the hottest day of the work week. It's all downhill from here once we get past these temperatures today. Numbers may be approaching 100 degrees for the actual high temperature. Got about 98 going for us in Springfield today, so it will be a toasty one outside. Anybody planning those outdoor activities, just make sure you use caution. UV index through the roof today. I'm expecting mostly sunny skies and temperatures that will be in the upper 90s, approaching 100. Factor in the relative humidity. It will feel a bit warmer than that. We've got numbers that will feel more like 105 degrees. A cold front is on the way, but it's not quite here yet today. So behind that cold front, we're talking tomorrow, the rest of the work week, we're going to see this drier air mass, which means lower dew point temperatures, not much of a sticky feeling in the air for the rest of the week. Front's not here for us yet, though. We're still on the warm side of this cold front, and that means heat index values today will be near 105 degrees. Hot across the Ozarks and not letting up much through the course of the afternoon. That frontal boundary will officially come through by Wednesday. You won't notice much aside from the wind shift on Wednesday. Temperatures still look very warm Wednesday afternoon. I've still got us up into the mid-90s tomorrow. So it's not going to be this immediate relief. But what happens over the next several days is a cooler air mass overall is going to start settling into the Ozarks by the weekend. It will be cooler and we head into late in the week, and this will bring temperatures back into the 80s for highs by late in the week. Some locations Friday and into the weekend may even see highs in the low 80s. That's going to be up closer to central Missouri and our northern counties, but it's going to be a nice change for us. Not quite as blazing hot. I know everybody's getting ready for back to school time in the Ozarks, and it'll be nice to have some cooler temperatures to enjoy as that season approaches. Cooler weather for the second half of the week. This should last into the weekend, and we also have very minimal rain chances in this forecast. We're still doing okay in terms of the drought monitor. The ground is fairly saturated at points across the Ozarks, so we're not really starved for rain, but by the end of this period we may want another little shower because I have little to no rain in this extended forecast. Contrast with that what's going on the East Coast, and they are talking catastrophic flooding from Debbie. I mean, torrential rains, that slow moving storm system, just bringing day after day of rain, heavy rain, storm surge, severe weather. Multiple hazards and significant impacts happening across the southeastern part of the country from Debbie. And this is including tornadoes, flooding, the Carolinas, Georgia, much of the East Coast going to see some of that strong to severe weather from Debbie. A frontal zone is also setting up from the plains to the Great Lakes to the Northeast. And this is going to cause a severe weather chance and thunderstorms along with excessive rainfall chances for those parts of the country. So very active out east while we have kind of some several calm days and actually a cooler pattern for us setting up across the middle part of the country over the next several days. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. The question that I left you with yesterday has to do with some spices. What is the world's most expensive spice? The options that I gave you were A, saffron, B, nutmeg, C, cloves, or D, black pepper. If you guessed A, saffron, you would be correct. And I feel like of the list, saffron's probably the least used for good reason. It's very expensive. It is the world's most expensive spice, retailing for $10 to $20 per gram. If you wanted to buy a pound of saffron, $9,000. It is crazy expensive, more valuable than caviar, truffles, and other luxury foods in that category. And the high price tag here is brought to you by several factors, including a very labor-intensive production process. It requires hand harvesting and processing. The flowers from saffron only bloom for a few days in late September or early October, and they have to be harvested very early in the morning to avoid sun damage to maintain the proper flavor. It's kind of crazy. Each flower contains only 3 stigmas or threads that have to be pulled off individually, and it can take thousands of flowers to produce just 1 ounce of saffron. So it's kind of a crazy process. I actually watched an episode of the Business Insider series, So Expensive, on this, and it's fascinating to see the images of how this is actually harvested. The stigmas of those flowers, they're dried over several days in this perfect environment. They have to get the exact flavor and aroma that they want out of that. So kind of crazy. Also, supply and demand is an issue. Saffron is grown in countries like Iran, India, and Greece. They are less expensive to import from than from Western Europe. And there's also a low yield. The low yield is a problem. It can take 170,000 flowers to produce a pound of saffron. So I guess that's why it has the high price tag and why not a lot of things have saffron in them, because it's just hard to get. But congrats if A, saffron was your guess. Here's the next Brain Twister trivia question for you. The next chance to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. What is a group of ferrets called? Do you think it is A, gaggle, B, a business, C, a murder, or D, a streak? A group of ferrets. Do you know this one? Would you like to take a guess? You can do so at aroundtheozarks.com. That's how you can enter the Brain Twister trivia question. While you're there, make sure to enter our anniversary contest to win tickets to Jim's Steakhouse, Wonders of Wildlife, and Alamo Drafthouse. A perfect weekend fun giveaway happening. Free to enter over at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening early this morning. And thank you to Scooter's Coffee and Rescue Towing for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I'm meteorologist Abby Dyer, and I'll be back to chat with you early tomorrow morning. Stay warm today.
It's time for today's Lucky Land horoscope with Victoria Cash.
Life's gotten mundane, so shake up the daily routine and be adventurous with a trip to Lucky Land. You know what they say. Your chance to win starts with a spin. So go to LuckyLandSlots.com to play over 100 social casino-style games for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get lucky today at LuckyLandSlots.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.